so we got I didn't even see this. Mm, what happened? Period. Wow. Hey, beautiful. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Come on in. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Say hello, please, and thank you. Thank you for being here, y'all. What y'all up to? What y'all doing? Period. We here. Energy check in. I got my candles. They got my candles. Got my candles. We got that. Come on in. Say hello. What y'all up to? Come on in. Come on in. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. All right, y'all. So got the candles. Just so y'all know, I got the goods. How's the energy? For some reason, this is what I've been noticing, y'all. Just so y'all know, it's people every freaking where, and when I say everywhere, I mean it's everywhere, right? We got several different things that are happening because I was just communicating with some people, and y'all, again, keep your energy, keep your frequency, high, and everything else, even in spite of, people may be coming to you, giving you the teas in and out, letting you know what's happening. Y'all, it's a couple of different things that just is given. I don't know, just intentional energy. Like, honestly, it is from the time I went to the school, from the time I went to the store, because I'm in the process of cooking me something for dinner. But it's just so much energy that is going around. Are y'all, is any of y'all like celebrating Halloween? Hey, William, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Miss Kelly, thank you. So to everybody that celebrates, y'all, do what thou will. But for everybody who's also doing y'all spiritual rituals and things of that nature, ancestors, loved ones, energy, all that other stuff, making sure y'all are just protecting yourselves, period. Make sure that y'all know and understand that. Welcome, ladies. Thank y'all for being here. Everybody come on in, say hello, get you some new friends. I follow everybody back, just so you know. We communicate about a lot of different stuff in here, and honestly, I just came to check on y'all, see what y'all was doing, see how y'all feeling. I was just talking to one of the people, um, and she was telling me that it's definitely getting bad where they're concerned because of the fact that some people that I love you more, William. Love you what? Tired of the weird energy, still don't know how to shield from it. Well, this morning, I ain't gonna lie. First thing I did, I got up, I got in the shower, I did my salt bath. I definitely did that. Also, for some reason, it was important, like going into the system. So I was shaving everything, getting everything cleaned off, making sure that spiritually I was good. So I definitely hit it with the salt first. And then I did my prayer. So mostly a lot of praying, keeping making sure that you cover. They said Fajr is first and most important prayer of the day. It gets you started. So I did that. Um, Mostly, just doing whatever it is that you got in your system. Like, to me, it's basically staying prayed up all the time. The energy is definitely weird. I was trying to take a nap. Twitch been on for forever, so they've been over here with me, like, watching some of the stuff that we was that I was looking at online. And so after I did the first thing, I ran to the store. And when I got to the store, y'all, the store is busy all over the place. And so, oh, what I was going to say is one of the girls said that some of the families that was in, I think they worked at federal jobs, so they made too much to get food stamps, but now they don't have the job because they're not working. They're not going to get paid. They're not getting back pay. And then the food stamps are getting cut off. So some people are getting caught in the middle of everything. Well, there's some people saying, oh, they should have been doing this, that, or the third. Everybody should have, could have been, woulda. But everybody's been saying that, they were only making, ends meet. A lot of people been doing that for years anyway. So now that's there. And some of these people have multiple kids and things of that nature. And so, I mean, the one thing that I actually have noticed, because this is the, like with the food banks and things of that nature, people have been, helping other families and, putting them in places and giving them stuff that, like, they can utilize, I guess, to help them. But y'all, that shit is crazy, because just imagine you doing everything you thinking that you're supposed to be doing in life, you making money, and then all of a sudden now there is no good government job anymore, and whatever that was a whole total glitch, like weird glitch. Y'all literally just went into something else. I need to plug y'all in. But anyway, so that was what one of the girls was saying. Then they said already some people had not already been receiving food stamps and things of that nature. So I don't know what was happening before that, if there was something that was already going on or not. Oh shit, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if there was something that was already going on or not, because that's what somebody else just said to me too, that some of the people, and I know one of these girls got every bit of like 7 kids, that she never received her food stamps for this month. So to me, it seemed like they had already started cutting certain people off of the system anyway. So I don't know how true that is, but I don't see no reason why they would, tell me a lie. Right now, at this moment, like the grocery store that I just came from is packed. So I don't know if that's the people trying to get the last of, whoever did get their food stamps, trying to get it off their card or not. But it's so many people out all over the place. It is crazy. And I know it's, Halloween and people take their kids to, trick-or-treating and things of that nature. So it could be related to that. But a lot of the energy that seems to be going around is like people are uncertain. Like, what's the next thing to do? And then just imagine you've been on your good government job all this long time. You got a car, you got a house, you got kids. You was never on any assistance. And, you could have been living paycheck to paycheck, whatever. And now mortgage not paid, car payment not paid, kids, school, things of that nature. That's crazy. She said, made my bed, put my washing, about to shower, finish my washing, and hit the books, period. You sound like you got it. I'm just cooking dinner right now. Like, literally, I was trying to take a nap first because I did lay down. Like I said, I've been on Twitch, so then I left at 3-something, went and I got the stuff for because I'm cooking. I got 2 pieces of chicken, 2 chicken legs in there. I'm making curry chicken for me, myself, and I'm going to do rice, and I got broccoli and cheese, and so that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. And I got my candles, so I got me 2 candles. I got 2 yellow candles that I'm gonna light for tonight. Well, I already lit them. And mostly I'm just staying in the house. I'm staying in the house away from that energy, because I already told y'all it keeps giving me bad vibes. Like, something last night, it started. It gave me nothing but bad vibes. And I told y'all I felt like I got, hit in the head with a bottle. So I plan on, well, somebody. But I don't plan on going nowhere for nobody to, do nothing to me. I'm going to just sit right here. So my party, my whatever I'm going to be doing, thank y'all for being here. Come on in, say hello, get y'all some friends. Whatever I'm going to be doing is going to be sitting in the house and, avoiding not opening my door. I'm going to be on live with y'all, actually. So that's my whole plan and my plot. So I'm going to be sitting right here doing what I'm doing with y'all. So y'all got me for tonight. Hey, God's child, welcome. Thank you for being here. Bianca, hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Brielle, hi. So, y'all be careful out there. The other thing is people driving reckless, not, paying attention. I don't know with that, and everybody's driving fast. That's the other thing. So everybody in a rush to get wherever they going. Why? I don't know, but if you could have a mythical pet, what would it be, y'all? I would have to go with a dragon. It gotta be my dragon. I gotta have a dragon and a unicorn or something like that. So take it how it resonates. Anyway, everybody, welcome. Thanks for being here. Come on in, say hello. At this point, y'all just be careful, because shit is slowly but surely doing whatever it's doing. Mind you, people don't realize it's going to trickle itself all the way up. Like, you know how they say it's going to trickle itself all the way down? Let's see, excuse me. Let's see how they like it when the shit starts to trickle itself all the way up, because, y'all, this ain't going right. Like, because it said it's not good. And then, you know what else? The lady that okay, so I made a video. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. So it was one of the ladies. She was saying something about the kids going to school, and that she should that they should tell the kids that keep a check on the other kids that can't eat, right? So the lady ended up coming back, and like I said, I hope she wasn't offended, because I was not trying to be offensive at all. I just made note that first of all, kids should not be in adult shit. That's the first thing. Because even giving the kids the heads up to say, oh, let's see if, other kids are not eating. I get her intentions, and her message was beautiful. That's what I told her. Her message was beautiful. But let's be mindful, because when one thing happens, so does the other thing. So, and I know a lot of y'all don't like to, think that some of y'all friends are the people that we're talking about. But in reality, some of y'all friends are the people that we talking about. And some of y'all know that where one person would use it for good, I'll make sure that I pack a lunch to give another person's kid some lunch. And that's what community is about. But the lady came back and she said, how is that going to do anything? It's sad that she had to even ask that, but that shows how far removed white and black is. Because why did she not know that when black people, when the kids ain't got food, and people start telling people that, they ain't got food, CPS shows up to your house. And so when I went to her page, I said, when she asked that, I said, because CPS shows up. It's crazy how she wouldn't know that, but she probably wouldn't know that. So I'm not even going to say but how can you be oblivious to, we don't get treated the same. So if a black person, that's the first thing they check when they come into your house. See, you saying that, but you don't know what you're talking about. You just came in here and you said you don't know. It is. It is. So it's not when it comes to the collective, but you're forgetting that certain things have already been done under the guise of black and white. So I get that y'all don't want to talk about what has already happened, but it has already happened. And so it's almost like when there's people that are worried in every race. You see, you came in and you talking, you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna just give you a pass. I'm gonna give you grace on that, because you don't know what you're talking about. So it has nothing to do with it has something to do with the fact that she's saying her message was beautiful. So that's the first. They meant what they said. Like, where are y'all getting off with the no, they meant this? Why can you not hear? They said what they said. Mind you, they doubled down on it. They doubled down on it and told you, yeah, I said that and this. And y'all act like y'all don't hear them. So literally, I had to exit that conversation, because literally that was going to just be draining to my life, because ain't no point in me arguing with y'all big muscle head ass people, because y'all already got the whole, let's just name call. Fuck it. I'll name call, y'all name call. It's going to be okay. Y'all going to call people fat, and we just going to call y'all dumb, whatever that. Like, how does that work in the world? Y'all liars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that going to be beneficial? I don't understand. And mind you, like I said, I ain't going to be the person to act like I want to change the world. I said what I said. So I'm going to go on and that's why I ain't even, go back into it. And God, you deal with them. Because at this point, this is the reason why every cycle gets shut down. It's been proven over and over again. This world has been restarted multiple times. Why? Because The people, my God, the people just don't get it. The people, I told you, it is that thing. Elitism is a hell of a drug. That got to be the next, whatever it is to get you hype or whatever. I feel better than you. I just got to feel better than you. No matter what. Like, you went and bought this hat, I got to go buy two. You get on here and you can talk for 2 hours, I got to get on here, I got to talk for 4. You can do this, I got to do that. Meanwhile, everybody got their own shit behind closed doors. Once these cameras go off and this, that, and the third, but you get online and you act like you are better than everybody else. That's crazy. Oh, you can't need help with nothing because, and oh, you shouldn't want to need help. Like, that's crazy. What the hell did we all come here for? Like, was everybody... And it's funny how another system, another form of conditioning, because before it was, it takes a village. It takes a village. Wow, it's diabolical how I'm trying to tell you, numb-minded some of us all. Oh, girl, you glitching. Is it better, Miss Kelly? Let me see. Oh, no, it had cut off. That's why. So that's why, I think that's probably when you said that. So again, y'all want to kill the messenger so bad, but it's been proven throughout time and history, people don't like to look at, what they have done. Why are you doing it then? If it's painful and hard for you to look at what you have done, why the fuck do you keep doing it? Why do you keep doing it? Over and over and over again. If it's painful for you to hear, stop doing it. But that doesn't seem to be a thing. Hey, Joe. Yep. Facts, girl. I mean, Miss Kelly, I ain't gonna do nothing but say exactly what the hell's real, because at this point, I'm confused. And I told y'all, I don't like confusion. Confusion is definitely of the devil. And so I have to go on, actions speak louder than words. Is that not true? If you say something and it's this, and then you do something and it's that, I'm gonna have to believe what you done. So in my mind, if you keep doing the same exact thing, but you keep getting mad over the fact that somebody's bringing it up, and it's almost like you don't want to comprehend that this part goes along with this part. They're both, the same end of the stick. This one goes with this one. It's just like what I told y'all about that lady that, got rid of that whole family, and then everybody acted like, this was the wife. No, that's not the wife. But because they didn't want to face what they did, in order for them to acknowledge what's happening, they had to face what they did. A whole community decided against it. Like, we just going to act like it didn't happen. We can do that, but why would we do that? If we really want to change something, we have to acknowledge it, we have to talk about it, and we have to understand that both sides of the coin exist. Heads and tails. Both exist. This is the consequence of what was done. This is the cause, this is the effect. This is right, this is wrong. And contrary to what anybody believes, if this world wanted to split it in half, right? And, the racists wanted to go to their side and the non-racists wanted to go to their side, right? The motherfuckers would still be unhappy. They would still be unhappy. That's the fucked up thing about people. They would still be unhappy even after they got what they wanted. They would still need to figure out another way to do something to somebody because y'all just not fucking satisfied with nothing. And whose fault is that? Y'all's, because y'all don't want to acknowledge the fuck that that's the way y'all are. And it's sad. It's very sad. So what you want me to do? Act like I don't see it because you want to act like you don't see it? No, I don't want to live in the stupid. I don't want to live in the middle of stupid. It doesn't make sense. Something needs to be done because even if I gave you what you wanted, you would still be mad. So it's not even about the thing that you're saying it's about. Because clearly, if I gave you what you wanted, why are you mad? You got to figure out some type of way to try to oppress somebody else because otherwise, it's just in your whatever it is. So I feel like it needs to be a whole lot more, trying to go a little bit further into why it hurts y'all to hear what y'all have done. Why does it hurt y'all to hear what y'all have done? Why does it hurt y'all to acknowledge that you're not a good person? And a lot of y'all stand under, oh, I love God. Oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, I'm in da 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 da. Y'all are not good people. Y'all are definitely not good people, because every time, and mind you, I was listening to this thing today, right? And it makes perfect sense. It definitely makes perfect sense. Don't know whether or not it's true or not, because again, so many things have been lied, we just don't know. So the thing that I was watching, it was on YouTube, and it was a video, and it was talking about how, what happened before Adam and Eve and this, that, and the third. And so what was happening on earth before the Garden of Eden, right? And it was talking about how when they said it was the void, that technically they think it was more or less a great restart. That, the beginning there was nothing, because it was, whatever the Titans and everybody else before that. And apparently she said guilt and shame. But how you feel guilty and shame? Like, if you should be proud of what you do. You shouldn't be feeling guilty or ashamed that you are a suppressor. You should feel proud of that. Because if that's what you're doing, be proud of it. But they were saying that it was a great reset, right? From the Nephilim and everything else. But one of the things that they made note of is how our Bible tried to cover it up, because that's why they took out those books. But the Ethiopian book Bible held on to it even through when they was trying to wipe away all the information. So the Ethiopian Bible is still full and whole, right? So the Ethiopian Bible tells you a lot of the stories, right? Melissa, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. So anyway, it made note that when Noah was instructed to, take the people, his family, and the animals, that basically that was God's way of saving the human DNA, right? That apparently it had been corrupted, because remember they said they saw the daughters of men, they loved them, and they was beautiful, and they started fornicating, a bunch of other stuff, teaching them all this other stuff, right? So the bloodline that was pure was Noah's blood, and this is how they described it. So grain of salt, okay? Take what you will. So in order for God to cleanse the earth, he basically sent the flood and, got rid of everybody. But also in the Bible, it still says that, even some of them still remain. Okay, so then that don't make sense. Because if it was to actually purge the earth of the whatever the DNA was of, the Nephilim or whatever, some of them still survived. Anyway, so going into the story, after, Noah, everything subsided and everything else. So then Noah went on to, do what he needed to do. But that was the version of their story as to, what was happening from the beginning. Now, the part that I actually took and I actually liked was, it would make sense about, trying to cleanse the earth, and the purge or whatever, because people keep doing the exact same thing. But then they talked about how, the Romans and Atlantis, and how each cycle all ended up being destroyed. Well, the thing is that every time somebody gets saved, because again, when one thing exists, so does the other. So when the earth is being purged of all the, da 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 da, somebody saving, because one of the guys was telling me something about it was more arks than one. So when Noah built his ark, because Noah was the good ark, there was another ark, and so you got two sides of the coin, same exact thing. But nobody talks about that. But apparently it's being talked about because it's in other parts of other books and things of that nature. So it's almost like they wiped away, because they was also talking about how Jesus, so many years of his life is wiped away in our Bible, but in the Ethiopian Bible, it tells where he went to school, where he did this, that, and the third. And they're wondering why certain parts are being wiped out to the tune of, I'm going to give you this, but I took this out. Why did you take it out? If it's the word of God, who is authorized above God to remove anything? Tell me that. Okay, I didn't think so. So people took it upon themselves to now corrupt, remove, and now this is what I'm going to give y'all, because, I feel like this has been, I done took out the things that, are going to make you know all the information that you need to know. But then I'll be attacked online and everywhere else, right, for saying this. but it's true. So the Christian people will come over here and they'll call me a witch. They'll call me a bum. They'll call me everything but a child of God. Everything but a child of God. And I keep sitting here. I keep telling y'all, I ain't said nothing to y'all that y'all cannot go look up. Nothing. These are y'all people. Go check behind them. Why y'all don't feel like y'all should go check behind these people telling y'all shit, but yet y'all got time to come over here and rapid fire on me? Do you know what year they did it? Took the look. What do you say? All of these things are there for you to find out. Like, I don't have to be a biblical. Like, we can Google and all of that. It's not for me to point out da 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 da. It's for you to know that they're hiding stuff from you, and go look at it. Why come over here? Like, and call me out my name because I gave you tools to go look and see if this is real. That's all I'm saying. Why do I gotta be everything but a child of God or anything else, you know? Why do I gotta be called out of my name or anything else? I'm just trying to figure out what is up with the people, period, as to they don't like what they have done. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like, that's all I want to know. And thank you, Life Love Legacy. Thank you. Life Love Legacy said it was 1885 AD. Thank you. Y'all go ahead, please hit them like buttons. I'm at 23, so y'all go ahead, run it on up. Please hit that like button. But anyway, so that's the thing. Life Legacy, the Catholic Church. Yeah, they can go look it up. All of it's there. Like, all of it's there. And so, but why get mad at me? Why get mad at the people who come or that are God sent to tell y'all, like, there's more information for you to go look up? Just like they're over here saying whatever they're saying in the chat. They apparently went and looked it up. So when it talks about, you know, who did what, y'all please tap that screen for me. Thank you. It's for us to investigate, and honestly, it's in our best interest. It is. Because even today, like today, I found something else. It was saying something how they called, you know, Adam not being the first Adam. Adam's the first Adam, and then Jesus was the last Adam. They said that was in the Bible. So I'm looking it up because, again, I done read it multiple times. But as y'all know, you go over stuff like when you see things, or you'll understand better when you know, every time you read it, it's something else that'll stick out to you. Because I had never heard that. But apparently, lo and behold, that's been a thing. Have y'all ever noticed that even in church, and I grew up going to, you know, church and everything, right? My whole family Christian. Do y'all know that they always stick to the same exact, you know, things? Adultery, you know, mind you, it'd be adultery happening in church, right? They most of the time stick to things that are, I guess, what most churches stick to, right? But then I noticed, and this is where I got in trouble, because one time I said something that I should not say, but I should have said it, right? One of the things is they preach on all of these things. They will preach on gluttony and everything else, right? But then after church, guess what everybody do? We all link up. We go to the restaurant, this, and the third, and most of the church women are very heavy. But that's in the Bible too. And again, I get that, you know, we shouldn't say certain things, or we shouldn't, you know, we should, because even what the people said when I was, you know, saying things about the man saying, calling the man fat, this, and a third. It's a way for you to say something. It's a way, she said, keep preaching the truth. Thank you. It's a way for us to say something. They only talk about the physical. Yes. And it's a way for us to say something, because, you know, turn your plate over. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to turn your plate over. Fasting is a thing. Even in church, I got taught to fast. I got taught in the Christian church that when you want to break strongholds, you go on a fast. You turn your plate over and you go to God about it. They never lied. Any and every time I done went on a fast, you get answers real quick. Very much clarity, right? So they not wrong. But it's a way for me to say that to a person without saying, you big, you nasty, you know, you as a fat, you know, da-da-da-da. Y'all, we have human decency. Let's have human decency. People don't talk about the body changes during spiritual awakening. That is a thing. That because we stopped eating a lot of stuff. Even when I first started going on the fast, I mean, from the beginning, when the major glitch, right? I wasn't trying to eat anything. Even right now, like food just don't agree at all, period, with me. But you got to make sure that you eating stuff to do whatever. I mean, to eat stuff to make sure you still get nutrition, this and the third. Sometimes, like, to me, it's just, y'all, it's human decency. Human decency is a thing. Morals and values and being able to talk to people correctly is a thing. We don't have to go out of our way to have morals and values if we already have morals and values. This is why I keep saying, like, when a person is struggling with certain things, some things are just not in people, right? And if I gotta try to be nice to a person, why do I gotta try to be nice to a person? It's already in me to be nice. I'm a nice person. So if I gotta stop myself every time I turn around from calling somebody a name or doing something to a person that is malicious, like, that would be a me problem. Am I not wrong? Like, isn't that something that's wrong with me? But because I have more money than you, my house is bigger than you, my car is a Maybach and it's better than yours, or a Mercedes, or a Lamborghini, or I live in a 4-bedroom house or a 7-bedroom house, or because I got a tennis court outside, I feel like I'm better than you, so I can say whatever it is that, I want to say. Meanwhile, that don't make you. A house don't make you. A car don't make you. Clothes don't make you. Jewelry don't make you. Your character. Your character. If your character's trash and you have a whole lot of nice shit, you just trash with a whole lot of nice shit. And a lot of y'all don't want to say nothing to these people that got a lot of nice shit, because guess what? They could potentially come along and smash you. Well, you're going to have to smash me, but guess what? God has the final say. So you can bring your foot the fuck over here and act like and think that you're going to do something to me. And lo and behold, I'll be the very thing that collapses your whole entire empire, because God sent me. And then you came over here doing stuff that you didn't have no business, because you didn't like the way I gave the message. I cuss. Yeah, I do. A little and a lot. And so because I do that, guess what? They'll say, oh, ain't no way. There's no way that she should be talking about God out of that mouth, this, that, and the third, da, 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 da. Meanwhile, I ain't out here doing half the shit that y'all be doing. Closet, like, literally cluttered full of bullshit. So if the only thing that I did was cuss in the midst of giving a message, I'll take it. I'll take it. I wasn't out here messing with nobody, little kids, this, that, and the third. I wasn't out here doing shit behind the scenes, acting like I was, like I ain't done none of that. It's not what you do. I keep trying to tell people, when you are held to a higher standard, you don't do shit like that. It's crazy to me how I see people that are saying they're held to a higher standard. They doing, they stand in places. Like, ain't no way. Do y'all remember anybody that's in a church, a Christian church, right? That grew up in church. Was y'all kids ever allowed to play around in the pulpit? Hell no. And you're not allowed to go in the pulpit when you got, certain things on your body and on your mouth. You're not allowed to do that. Mind you, every day people do it. Knowing you was, at little Sally Walker house and this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, it's like no shame and no respect. Like when I was growing up, that area, you don't bring yourself in there. But mind you, now it's people, and I ain't saying nothing, because do what y'all want to, because, again, I ain't putting my mouth on nobody, but I'm giving you the example of what happens. So I ain't saying no specific nothing, because it's not my place to judge. That's God's place. So whether or not it's happening, da-da-da-da-da, ain't my problem. I'm just putting it out there. So, if anybody feels like, it's specifically, it ain't. I'm just saying what I'm saying. But be mindful that just because I didn't see you, or anybody else at the church or anything else didn't see you, God saw y'all. That's the part that I be confused with by everybody. Because the minute I start thinking stuff, y'all, I done thought some shit that then came into this reality. So that lets me know that my thoughts go right up into heaven. So if you did it, it's not worried about me or anybody else. You should be worried about, something that could really actually, put some spunk into your system. I would be afraid to do that. Like when y'all be afraid of what people gonna say, I'll be afraid of what God gonna say. And mind you, this is also, and I keep telling people, don't let, whatever you hearing, this, that, and the third, because again, when I do whatever I do, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, I know that God is watching. And when I do good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. So unlike y'all, like I hold on to, you know what I mean? If we in it, we in it. This is what we're going to do. And I can tell y'all that because of the fact that God listening and God know me. So let's be mindful that the people are not what you should be hiding from. Everything you do, every little move you make, you will be there. Every little step I take, God there, God watching. So every little step you make, every little step you take. So be a good person. That's what's important. Morals and values are important. But also be mindful that there is a difference between black households and white households. I know y'all, don't get it. And I know when I'm saying stuff, because the cultural difference, y'all seem to think, oh, no, she's being racist. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you the other side of this don't exist over here. Or this is what exists over here. And y'all get a pass. So as many as the times that y'all get passes, whereas we don't get a pass. We get CPS called down our asses because y'all will say that y'all know that they after the kids, but then y'all act like y'all don't think that they after the kids. And if this ain't a push to be after somebody's kids, I don't know what it is. Y'all, let me charge it, put the plug on these people. Because I don't know why shit ain't charging as fast as it should. But I done had everybody on the charger. And mind you, the shit is just doing whatever the hell it wants to do. So hopefully they show up. Every little step I take will be together. So yeah, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news or anything else. I want everybody to raise, be vibrationally sound and, raise the vibration of the world and this, that, and the third. But we have to still also remember that the vibration comes with truth, awareness, and clarity, transparency. So that means that everything is existing at the same damn time. So transparency is the good stuff is happening. Yes, it is. And also the other side of that is this is going to happen. And so a lot of y'all need to get together with y'all white friends and let's talk about the differences between this household and that household, because this is the reason why we don't have an understanding, because they thinking one thing and we thinking another thing. Because that lady said, why would telling a child to tell a parent if they're hungry would be a problem? It's simple and easy to me. CPS. 3 words. It wasn't hard. That don't exist in their world, though. I mean, maybe it might exist in the trailer park white people's world. So maybe, I don't know. I would have to figure out with them. So I don't know where she lived at or why it was that she didn't realize or understand that, we don't get the same passes. We don't get the same, luxuries. Shit. I done seen shit on TV where they taking a person to pull up and the family member can be out on meth or anything else in the middle of the street, you know what I mean? And they'll let the kid leave with the person and not even call nobody. Like, you do realize this nigga high, right? Because I done seen that happen with white people too. Like, damn, but let it happen. I mean, it shouldn't happen with nobody. The kids should be protected, period. But how many times have y'all seen one thing happen and then something else happen? Let me tell y'all how crazy some shit is in the court system, right? Let me see if I can put them back. So, recently I was watching a guy's TikTok, right? And he was doing a It might be the dude that said,
coming out courtside. He does a behind the back, no look switch. He does a behind the back, no look switch from right hand to left hand. Dab you with the right hand.
all right, go on and get, boy. Yes, resume. Period. Come on, hit the button. Okay, y'all. All right, back. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to put y'all on the charger. All right, so it's good. The guy, I think is the one that said shit is getting weird. Part Infinity, right? That guy, right? So he did a video and he was showing how there's two guys that got convicted of a crime that they didn't commit, right? One guy spent 26 years, I think, in prison, and the other one spent, I think, a total of maybe about 8, right? Anyway, I don't know what color the people was that did the crime, but anyway, the two guys, there was two black guys that spent, all this time in jail. They found out the two people that actually committed the crime came to the court, told the people that they committed the crime, did their time, got out of jail, and were off, wherever. Mind you, the two guys were still in jail. They wrote the governor and everybody else. Anyway, long story short, by the time these two guys get out, they spent all this time in jail. And the people, I think both stories, they recanted. The person that said something, both recanted. Either way, both of them men were still in jail after the person that admitted to both, each crime, got out. And nobody paid these men nothing. Nobody gave these men nothing. Just literally, you lost 28 years or 26 years of your life or 8 years of your life. Mind you, this is the history. And again, these are all harsh ass things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to deal with it. But until it becomes a shift where people start to take a look at, this is the history, this is what we have done. And I mean, everybody, this is what we have done. But mostly the people who have done it, until they start taking a look in the mirror and seeing certain things for what it is, y'all, how do we expect for anything to change? And again, it goes towards, if you're saying that you don't want to talk about it, it's the harsh history, the harsh reality, then, or the harsh, the harsh reality of, life, then why are we afraid to discuss it and talk about it and correct it? Because they want to keep doing it. That's also part of the issue, because life right now is telling you that they want to rerun it. They want to do it again. They want to do it again. Oh no, they was never compensated, honey. They said, because this is the thing, the laws wherever they were, that in anytime a case is overturned or something happens in a wrongful conviction, it has to be proven with DNA evidence, and because there was no DNA evidence put towards the case, neither person was compensated. So the community got together and did a GoFundMe for each man to help them to incorporate themselves back into regular life. So society, the people did it, and not the system. So they never were compensated at all, period, by the government for taking their life and putting them in jail. But mind you, this ain't the first time y'all heard any stories like this. This is what the sad reality of what not facing what you have done or what you're doing. This is the sad reality of it, because this is what they want to do. This is what the world is. And why is that what the world is? Mostly because of us. Because at any given time, everybody can come together and change it. But guess what we don't want to do? Because again, elitism is a hell of a drug. Because as long as I'm on the side of, I'm winning, that's all that matters. As long as I'm on the side of I'm winning, I don't really too much care about, that's the way they teach us. You should be thankful just because you are over here, and then this is how it goes. Okay. I see that everything is off balance, right? And somebody else wants to go talk about it, acknowledge it, and all these other good things, right? And then suppose, the powers that be say, I'm going to let you in. I'm going to let you win. And, you just have to stop talking about it. Like, don't say anything. Like, I get that you see it, da 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 da. So many people actually, take on that behavior too. Like, I feel like I'm a part of it. But now, guess what everybody's being shown? Because it's a lot of people who thought that, they was a part of, this percentage. This is the reason why they did, or they, helped whatever, they helped. But now they're sitting online crying because it's now affecting them as well. And so now everybody else should care about them because they didn't care about y'all. But y'all should care about them because now it's affecting them. First of all, it shouldn't have to had affected anybody. Everybody's important to this system. So I get that, it's only concerning to, people when it's now touching their life, or their kids are being slammed on the ground, or their people are now being taken out by, whatever it is. Now it's important. It should be important from the beginning. It should definitely be important from the beginning. And so at this point, y'all, life is different. Life is different than all of us have ever known. But meanwhile, I just watched a video today that said that everything will repeat itself. And so I get that when everybody thinks that, black people being in fields and picking cotton and this, that, and the third was a thing, everybody better remember that slavery has been for everybody. So you might fuck around and find out that, the very thing that you're pushing for ends up putting your ass in the fucking bind. Because I actually heard how there was notes being passed around by certain people, in that department that was saying that these people aren't going to do it. So who you going to get? And guess who they volunteered? Their very own people. So not for nothing, I feel like all of us are probably in danger and at risk for anything that somebody that thinks that they're better than you can dish out. Mind you, I don't understand the words and how they will tell you that you're lazy, but meanwhile they're trying to enslave you because they don't want to do nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's like the same thing that them stupid people over there on that other post was saying. It's the fat people, the people that's out of shape, is body shaming the people who fucking work out. Like, bitch, y'all are weird. That was the weirdest shit I ever heard. Like, even reading it, and then the fact that another big grown ass stupid motherfucker went under that post and said facts. Like, did y'all read what y'all said? The video is showing muscle bound, bald headed, I'm better than you person talk to a fat, squishy, I'm offering you a cookie nigga. And somehow the muscle people got in their brain that the fat dude was belittling the muscle guy. That's where I check out, because ain't even no point in me arguing or have a conversation, because that literally right there showed me there's no conversation. It's gone. Because ain't no way you watch what I watch and you figured that somehow to flip it. Yeah, I can't be here because literally I already lost. I'm at a loss because there's no rationalizing nobody with that even thinks that. And this is where, you know how I say, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. I ran. I put the shit on mute and I ran. Because basically, like, y'all literally, the steroids got to be getting to y'all bitches. Because ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way you just flip that shit that way. And then you got another comment under it that says facts. Like, y'all in agreement to this bullshit? I ain't never in my life seen so many people lined up to be disgusting and you know, think that it's cool. Because it's based off the fact that, you know, we want to sell some tickets to, you know, the Muscle Bound gym. So y'all should, and people should, you know, be as healthy as they want to be. And I ain't saying nothing. People should be as healthy as they want to be. But at the end of the day, if you going to try to bully me over there, I don't need to be a part of that. Like, you going to need to talk to me like you got some sense or some fucking respect. Plain point blank and period. But, you know, for them, it's normal. That's normal behavior for them. That's why they all co-signing it. It's okay to be a nasty ass individual. It's okay to belittle somebody. It's okay to talk down to people. And then when you get it done back to you, then all of a sudden there's a problem. You understand it when it's happening to you, but you don't understand it when it's happening to somebody else and you sitting right. You understand it if one of their people, their little kids went to school and a grown person or anybody else called their little kid a fucking fat ass or anything else, they would understand it then. You see what I'm saying? So they'll understand it when it is something that's being done to somebody else, but they won't understand it when they're doing it. And that's a shame. So it has to be ACS Star, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. So they'll understand it then. And that's the sad part, because you should definitely understand it before it has to get done to you. But sometimes that's the way God has to do a thing. It has to be done to you. And then they'll understand it, because then they'll have empathy for their mom. Because a lot of these people are talking, but, you know, what do the moms look like? Because you forget that when, you know, women have babies and this, that, and the third, you get to a certain point, What do some of these people's dads and things look like? If somebody talk to their dad or their mom in that way, like, I don't care how old you are, you're this age, you should still be, you know, in the gym. Bitch be 90-something years old. Like, let that lady live her life and mind her damn business. But no, because the way they saying it, it needs to be everybody. So they mama, they daddy, they kids, everybody. Start treating them like that, and then all of a sudden they'll get it. Because, you know, don't talk to my mom like that. Don't talk to my kids like that, because bitch, you talk to people like that every day. Shut the fuck up. Stupid. But who am I? I'm for real. Like, it don't make sense. Like, it makes sense, but it don't make sense. Like, that's weird. You got all this to say, but you don't realize, like, you're the one putting that energy out into the universe. But if it happened to your child, then all of a sudden you get it. What you want me to do? And God will send just, you know, that to happen, just so y'all know. God will send the very thing that is necessary and needed to make it, you know, so all of a sudden you get it. And that happens to all of us. You know, like when I'm saying have the day you deserve, it happens to all of us. We'll get exactly what we deserve. That will fix us. If that's the lesson that needs to be taught, then that'll happen. I just had to dish out some return of nastiness. I mean, they don't understand it until they get it. And then people fail to realize, like, they be thinking they could be nasty, but not realizing it's somebody that can come along and be a whole lot nastier than you. Like, they can hold their own. So it's cool, you know, when you do it, but then when God sends you your match and it's somebody that don't care what they say about what comes out of their mouth, then all of a sudden, now the person is angry, and it's not that you started it. So, you know, here you are. Know what I said? In the words of 21st century philosopher Little John, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Thank you. Because sometimes y'all don't realize God be ready to level you up real quick. Like, let me go ahead and let them meet the match. Let me level them up to this. Because they keep finding people that's going to bow down to them and this, that, and the third. Let me pop them right here where we already know she going to get them. And ain't going to care. Period. Because who you talking to? Like, who taught you that? And maybe it's their culture. Because, you know, a lot of them be different. Mind you, same black. But maybe it's their culture that, you know, leads them to be disrespectful to the others. I don't know. Either way, one of y'all gonna find yourselves like in a very bad way or in a very, very bad mood if, you know, you run up on the wrong person and, you know, they don't feel like dealing with your ass. So I don't know. But again, morals and values are easy to have. Being nice to people costs you nothing. It's fucking free. You know, there's that. Hey, Helen, welcome. Thank y'all for being here. Just so y'all know, I follow everybody back. So thank y'all for being here. Y'all please tap that screen for me. Tap that screen for me. He said exactly, and period. Like, we don't want no problems. We just want to live and, you know, mind our own business. People will come all unprovoked. You just be walking trying to eat your snacks. Here they go. She's fat. Bitch, let me eat my snacks in peace, please and thank you. Shit. Took me a while to get here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing to you. Ain't nobody even talking to you. Now here you are. This, that, and the third. Nobody cares. Please go on and get. Gwendolyn, hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here. But yeah, so I really actually just came to check on y'all. Say hello. Because y'all know we got to be right back online at 9:30, right? So y'all going trick-or-treating, what doing whatever y'all doing. Anybody dressing up? Did any of y'all dress up today? Because I seen a lot of people, you know, and like I said, be careful, y'all, because people are moving way entirely too fast. Like, they driving fast. Everybody is hustle and bustle rushing. So what that is, or what that ties to, I don't know. It's Friday. Anybody eating pizza? Because I really want some pizza, but I ain't gonna eat no pizza. I told y'all what I was gonna eat, but I really want pizza. And mind you, the pizza that I really want to eat, I can't eat, because, and I ain't eating forever, so I don't even know why that's in my system. But it's like a pizza with everything on it, so I could eat it, but it would have to be like something that's all constructed nicely for me. It wouldn't come from a pizza place. I would have to get, you know, what I want and make all the ingredients, put all the ingredients on it myself. So, and sometimes I do that. Like, I just order the plain pizza, like Papa John's has, you know, the thin crust pizza or whatever, and then I order, like, I'll go to Walmart or something, get me turkey pepperoni or turkey sausage, cut it up, put it on there or whatever. But I like it when it's like all the greens and everything else. So, but I'm making a little small pan. It's got 2 little chicken wings in it. And then I'm gonna get me some rice, because I gotta do a video for this little rice thing. And so I'm gonna make me a thing of rice and eat that. See you then. No going home to make seafood lasagna. Shit. Dang. I like seafood lasagna. What you gonna put in it? You putting shrimp and salmon and all that stuff? Have you ever made salmon lasagna? Like, it's just the salmon, the Alfredo, and the cheeses and stuff. That shit knocks. Miss Kelly said she having bagels. What kind of bagel, Miss Kelly? I like cinnamon raisin bagels with a lot of damn sour cream. I mean, a lot of cream cheese on it. That's my favorite. I mean, I could eat it plain, and, you know, a plain bagel too, but I like the cinnamon crab, shrimp, salmon. Ooh, that sounds good. Well, that's gonna be amazing. That sounds definitely delicious. But anyway, so y'all, yeah, I'm gonna go on and get in. Y'all have a good day, and y'all point this shit out to these people, because y'all have to be mindful that sometimes people don't know, and it's not pointing it out to in a bad way and being disrespectful. But if you the truth teller and we the truth tellers, like, you have to point it out. Like, this is not acceptable. This shit ain't acceptable. Strawberry syrup and oh, that sounds good. Literally eating honey bun pasta, chicken, and chipotle. Kevin, that sounds good too. He said the honey bun. I like honey buns. Honey bun, and pasta. Hold on. Honey bun, pasta, chicken, and chipotle. Hold on. Where you get all this stuff from? Is the pasta and chicken together, and you? Because it sounds like you just put it all together, or you just got it all together. Cause it sound like a high moment, Kevin. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what it sound like. Mind you, I ain't gonna front. Like, I literally just talking to my neighbor, and she was just saying something about all y'all here, LMAO. Yes, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I was just talking to my neighbor, and that's what she was saying. Like, she be up in the middle of the night, like, you know, because she work and shit. And then I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to put the call, because mind you, that used to be the person that, you know, when I was doing all the stuff, we'd be doing all the stuff anyway. So she says she up late night. I told her I might be up late night, so judge your mammy. Rasta pasta. Period. Get it gone. Either way, the best ingredients is my company. Ain't that always the best? Like, especially when it's people that you know you can talk to, have a good conversation. I know who you was talking about, Miss Kelly. Period. I was in agreement with you. That's what I was saying. You my good company. Period. Y'all. Anyway, y'all be making me smile. I ain't gonna lie. Anytime I need to, just show up and come over here, y'all put me right where I need to be. Cause when I got here, I was a little bit the energy was making me like a little, I don't know. Cause I ain't trying to be rushing or none of that, but it was getting on my nerves a little bit because why? That's the vibe that I keep getting. Like, why is this, even when the people are asking me why, but to me, I be forgetting that, everybody don't grow up the same. Everybody's, don't understand that there is a clear line being, shown as to how this group of people are, this group of people are, this group of people are, this group of people, but be mindful that even in the groups of people, because I ain't judging at all, period. I already told you, I'm with you, period. All right. Because in my mind, like, it is different colors of people in every level, every timeline, every situation, every circumstance. So, there may be some people that are of the other ethnicity, other color that were, where you are at the time, and they may completely get it because that same shit may have gone on in their household. You see what I'm saying? But we don't know what goes on in certain people's households. We don't know, how these people raise. It's like how, and not saying nothing, but y'all remember at a time when we would see that those little kids would be talking back to the parents, and in my mind when I grew up and I was seeing kids talk back to the parents, I was like, oh, because if I talk back, you getting slapped or you getting your ass beat. Like, you allowed to talk back to your parents? You allowed to cuss in front of, you know what I'm saying? So don't be mad at the messenger. This is real. I'm not just making shit up to, piss people off or anything of that nature. There is a clear distinction and difference in this and that. I don't know what y'all want me to tell y'all. So if y'all want to make it so that everything is the same or it runs smoothly across the board, then that will have to be something that we discuss and talk about in life and going forward to make sure that everything is equally divided amongst the people. That would be great. But from where I'm sitting at right now, this exists, this exists, this exists, this exists, and I wasn't allowed to do this, but these people was allowed to do this, and these people not allowed to do this, but these people was allowed to do this, and vice versa. It's almost even like right now, it's a whole lot of homeless, hungry motherfuckers running around here, but meanwhile our country is sending our dollars outside of our country to help other people eat and everything else. Do y'all not get that this is weird? Meanwhile, it's people we got time to argue with each other inside of the building. Like, this is the building, the U.S. is the building. So we got time to argue with each other, but meanwhile, we ain't gonna get together and go deal with them about why our money is going elsewhere. And now y'all kids is fucking hungry. So am I the problem? Like, it's easier to target the one person that's sitting here. Meanwhile, it's not easier to link up with the person and say, she's fucking right. She's fucking right. And so is all these other creators that are saying the same exact thing. They're pointing out shit that makes sense, but instead, y'all rather be fucking mad at us. Do you kiss your mama with that mouth, child? Listen. I kiss my mama with this mouth. My mama love when I give her a hug or a kiss. Hello. But definitely. So why are y'all being mad at me? How about we get together and have a little bit of understanding and say, she right, this person right. Y'all, what are we going to do? Or are we going to wait till it's too late? Because it's almost too late. Like, literally, I feel like, God coming along, only God going to be able to fix whatever this is. But for the most part, even after it's fixed, if everything that I said falls on deaf ears, we still got the same situation, the same problems, the same everything and repeating itself. Nothing changing. But everybody just sitting, twiddling their thumbs and their fingers, arguing with the people who are trying to let y'all know ahead of time, this shit ain't right. It's not right. It's never going to be right. So there's that. I'm cracking up. That is funny. But yeah, so I'm right with you. Y'all. Either way, I love y'all, and we'll see y'all back in at 9, what is it, 9:15. 9:15. Yes, I noticed the ignorance, even my own. But Miss Kelly, and that's bad. I mean, it's sad because we have been conditioned. So some of it is like, maybe we don't notice it until the second go around, like, or until somebody points it out. That's why I'm saying that we have to point it out, because some people just don't know, y'all. So you have to point it out, because even with the lady, that's why I said I even took my time to do the message. I literally, if y'all go look, there's a video that I gave to the lady. It's right on my TikTok. And what I said was, I used her video and I showed her and I said, not trying to be disrespectful, I love your message. But, even still, after I did that, she still came back and she said, how could that, be a problem? And in my mind, I said, she don't know that we get CPS called on us. Like, that's the first thing that CPS does. When they come to your house, they ask you, I want to see your refrigerator. I want to see your cabinets. I want to see where the kids sleep at. Now, correct me, I could be wrong, because I ain't had CPS called on me in a long time. But when CPS got called on me, this one was probably about 2. He 20 now. So that was over 18 years ago. Now, am I wrong? Do they not ask them questions anymore? Do CPS not come in your house and ask you to look into your cabinets or into your refrigerator? So if there is no food in the cabinets or the refrigerator, then next steps would be what? So if I'm wrong, say that. But when it happened to me, that's what they asked. So kids going to school and not having food, but why is the kids not being fed food at school? So is the school system food cut off too? Is that another thing? Because even for them to say that, even for her to say that, does that mean that the school system is not being able to feed the kids? Because I don't know. I guess ain't nobody in here that got CPS called on them. Well, good for y'all. But I got CPS called on my bitch ass. My baby daddy straight called CPS on my ass. So maybe I might be the only one. Either way, I got CPS called on me. That's what they asked. So, what you doing, Nook? You okay? Yeah. What you eating? Remember the food you cooked 2 days ago? Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say still I'm gonna eat that the sauce shit and my noodles. Oh, yeah. And I got broccoli and cheese too. Hey, can I get some ginger ale? Ginger ale, yeah. I just brought it. It's ice in there. I put it in. Did I put it in the freezer or in the refrigerator? Fridge. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all at 9:15. I'll be right back here. Be safe. Try to clock in at 9ish, girl. Thank you. And definitely I will. Yes, definitely. No, I did, but it's been 30 years. What did they say when they got called on you? Did they ask you the same shit? Like, let me see your refrigerator and your cabinets and things of that nature? Because that's the first shit they asked me. Like, that's the first shit they want to see. Let me see your refrigerator. So, hey, Elizabeth. Hi. Yeah, exactly. See what I'm saying? So, for anybody that is of another ethnicity or another color, and you've never had CPS called on you, for black people when children don't have, or brown people when children don't have food, they call that's a no-no, okay? So for anybody that don't know that, I ain't judging that you don't know that, but put that in your pocket, please, and thank you. So I don't know what happens when y'all get CPS called on y'all. Maybe they, just come on in and be like, we don't know why, they're doing this to you because you're such a, they don't do that to us. They come in and they automatically think that we fucked up and we wrong. So they already got a nasty ass attitude when they show up to the door. And that's why I said earlier today, a lot of the people in the systems that they're shutting down, I'm thankful that he's shutting them down, because at the end of the day, a lot of them bitches just sat in positions collecting money, being nasty to people. So some people, you know, I feel sorry that they got, you know, their jobs taken because they have been, you know, the people who are helping this and the third. But some of these people, the public assistance, especially at the welfare office, like from the time I was growing up, 18, 19, 20, going to the welfare office, even until now, every bitch that worked at the welfare office where food stamps and everything else has been a thing, has been a nasty ass bitch. The only one that I had, like, when about a year or two ago, the worker that I just had recently, when I went and applied for food stamps, she was actually a good worker. Okay, mind you, that still didn't go too well either, but you know, a month or two they gave it. That's why I'm saying, like, I put into the system. And a lot of times it be people working in them places and they look at you crazy, they talk to you crazy, and they act like the shit is theirs. So anybody that has any experience at the welfare office, am I lying? Please tell me. Because if you had an amazing worker, then kudos to you, and that's great. Because a lot of them bitches are not good people. They talk to people crazy. They go above and beyond what I'm sure the fuck the job says. And mind you, then they want to just, the way they talk to you is crazy. Now, if you in service to people and that's your job, like, why are you talking to people crazy? Why are you trying to make people feel less than because they need some assistance or anything else? You don't know what the person is needing anything for. But mind you, it is how, again, the, you know, elitism at its finest, because you have to come to their system because you need something, then they have the right to, you know, disrespect you or talk to you crazy or, you know, make you feel like you shouldn't be here. So, you know, I guess whatever makes people feel, you know, however they feel. But I stopped them because they were there because I spanked myself. What? But anyway, so y'all, yeah, these are the systems. These are the, you know, the life. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, nobody. We was just talking. I'm about to get off here, but I'll be back at 8:30. I'll be back at 8:30 sharp because we got a message coming. How you doing? So I was just telling, I'm gonna see if I can actually make my lives over there. I don't know if I have to download them or whatever. Maybe TikTok might not let me. But anyway, so everybody, I'll be back. See y'all 9:15. Love y'all.